What's up, I'm PX4 Manga and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be going through my 2025 October, November and December haul. This is going to be a huge haul. I fell way behind on filming these at the end of the year, so I just want to wrap this up so we can move on fresh into 2026. I'm going to do this a little bit differently than I normally do. Normally I go through publisher by publisher. This time I'm literally going to go through them as they arrived, as I go down my list, just so I can just grab a thing off the shelf and put it back and not mess this whole thing up because I just reorganized and I'm about to film a 2026 collection tour. So let's get into it. First up we have Versus Love Volume 2. This is published by Seven Seas. It is a BL, kind of like delinquent high school BL. It's okay, just okay. It's the same mangaka as Cast Heaven and I feel like they have the potential to write a better story than this, so I think I was just let down. The romance felt a bit forced and disjointed, but overall it had a lot of potential. Next up I have My Beloved Supper. This is published by Yen Press and it is a slice of life vampire one-shot. This is a foodie manga. It is about a vampire who wants to eat human food, specifically the cooking of the lady who runs the boarding house that he lives in. The art is really pretty and the story was surprisingly sweet. In Love's Key Reprised, this is a BL manga one-shot published by Kodansha. It's a little bit of an age gap but adult characters. Basically this guy is a conductor but he's struggling with his health and he goes back home in order to recuperate and meets this guy who is obsessed with him. It is very like Grumpy X Sunshine, Black Cat, Golden Retriever. It is very, very cute and the art is gorgeous. Next up is the All for the Game series. These are the special editions published by Rainbow Crate. This is basically a series that is about a fictional sport that's kind of like lacrosse. It's a mafia story. It is an MM romance. I actually listened to this entire series via audiobook, including the fourth book recently, but I enjoyed it so much that I had to pick up these special editions. Joyful Reunion Volume 2. I really enjoyed the first volume of this Danmei. I have yet to read this. I have fallen way behind on reading my Danmei. I normally keep on top of the Seven Seas releases and kind of let the other publishers fall to the wayside and get to them when I can. Just the last couple of months I have been too busy and I have not managed to read this yet. Case File Compendium Volume 6. This is a Danmei modern setting, age gap with adult characters. It is about a college student and a professor who used to be his doctor when he was a child. This series is almost infuriating to read. I'm almost hate reading it at this point. I was starting to warm up to the series in like volumes 4 and 5 and then this volume just pissed me off. I nearly DNF'd it at like page 70 something. I don't know. I'm hate reading it. I'm continuing. I want to see it through. I want to believe that Meat Bun will win me over in the end because her other two series, Remnants of Filth and The Husky and His White Cat, are my favorite Danmei. So I hold the faith, but I'm waning. Go for it, Nakamura-kun. This is a comedy slice of life high school romance. It's kind of episodic, little instances of him getting embarrassed over his crush or fantasizing or whatever. This has an anime coming out soon and this is like the new edition. Happy of the End Volume 3. This is published by Kuma. This is a BL. Very, very mature, very much checking content warnings if you may be sensitive to anything at all. I love this series. It is very dark, but I just love everything that this mangaka makes. Ask and You Will Receive. This is published by Sublime. It is a BL office romance. It kind of started off with like a enemies to lovers kind of vibe. They are just obsessed with each other. They are so good together. It is just like snaps my fingers. This is amazing. I love it so much. Sleeping on Paper Boats. This is published by Sublime. This is a BL. It's kind of a dark story. It's a two-shot, so I kind of wish that I waited for volume 2 to be out, which it is now, to read both together, but I'm excited to read volume 2 when it arrives. You and I Are Polar Opposites Volume 6. We also have Volume 7. This is published by Viz Media. It is a shonen slice of life rom-com high school series. It is extremely cute. There is only one more volume left to come out, Volume 8, and that will wrap up the series. There is now an anime currently airing. It is so stinking cute. It is so sweet. Tame is B-Side Volume 9. This is published by Viz. It's a shoujo rom-com series about an idol and his #1 fangirl. It's all like two-faced characters, extreme fan behavior, and it is just so silly and cute. There is an anime currently airing. Dan Da Dan Volume 15. This is published by Viz. It is a shonen action sci-fi series with a healthy dose of romance. The art is unbelievable. Every time I have a haul with Dan Da Dan, you know it is one of my favorite series. I love it so, so much. Love in the Palm of His Hand Volume 2. This is published by Square Enix. This is a BL series with a college setting and it focuses around a hearing impaired character and a actor. It features a heavy use of sign language. Excited for the next next one. The Dashing Zadie and His Icy Protege, Volume 3. This is published by Kodansha. This is a BL office romance, an age gap with adult characters. Basically, this guy is a super popular manager of the company, and this guy is his subordinate who is absolutely obsessed with him for many, many years. And it's all about him helping him get over his erectile dysfunction. Monthly in the Garden with My Landlord, Volumes 4 and 5. This is published by Kodansha. This is a GL slice of life romance about a mangaka and her landlord who turns out to be a retired idol. It's super cute. I read volumes 1 to 3 a while ago, and I picked up volumes 4 and 5 together so that I could finish off the series. It is complete at 5 volumes, but I have yet to get to it. Kingsmaker Volume 1. This is published by Inklore, and it is a manhwa, so we have full color pages. This is a BL about a prince who didn't want to be a prince and a palace boy who is going to make him into a king. This is quite dark. Definitely check content warnings if you might be sensitive to certain things. And I mean, like, it's gross. Like, what is dark about this is gross, so yeah, be prepared. But I really love this series. I really love these characters. It was one of the first manhwa that I ever read, so it's really special to me in that way. I'm really excited that this is getting a physical release and can't wait to read volume 2. Copper Coins Volume 1. This is a Danmei published by Seven Seas. Fantasy historical setting. It is about a monk and a dragon and their little ghost companion. I really enjoyed volume 1. It was very funny, and I'm interested to continue volume 2. Legend of Exorcism Volume 3. This is a Danmei published by Seven Seas, historical fantasy setting. I really enjoyed this series. I have not read this volume yet. In fact, volume 4 is now out, but I really enjoyed volumes 1 and 2, and I'm really looking forward to continuing it. Exikusa and Stray Kitten. This is a slice of life manga published by Seven Seas. I have yet to read this one. It looks really cute. I picked this up used in my local used bookshop. I'm a sucker for picking up any kind of volume 1s that I come across when I'm in there, so I'm excited to give this a try. Wolf Girl and Black Prince. This is published by Viz Media Shoujo Beat. This is a high school comedy romance. I have yet to read this, but I think it is going to be the kind of thing I like. I like my romance with comedy. I like all my manga with comedy, I'm realizing. But from reviews I've seen, this sounds like something I will enjoy. This is complete at 16 volumes. I picked this up used in my local bookshop, so I'm thinking I'll read volume 1. If I enjoy it, I will probably just pick up the entirety of the series and read it through. Mao Volume 1. This is published by Viz. This is a supernatural shonen series with a historical setting. This is from the creator of Inuyasha. Again, I picked this volume up used in my local used bookshop. This is getting an anime soon, and I'm interested to try and read a little bit of it beforehand, but I don't know if I will get to it before then. My Little Monster. This is published by Kodansha. This is a shoujo comedy high school romance. I remember really enjoying the anime when I watched it years ago, and this is complete at 13 volumes. So again, I may read volume 1 and see if I want to continue it and pick up the rest. Swan Dance Volume 1. Again, another volume 1 that I picked up used in my local used bookshop. This is published by Kodansha. There is an anime season 1 available. I watched the anime that released last season and I really enjoyed it, but I have heard a lot of people say that the manga is way better, so I'm interested to check it out. This is a seinen manga with a high school setting, and it's all about dance. And next up we have a couple of volumes of Black Butler. This is published by Yen Press, a long-running shonen supernatural series. I picked these volumes up used at my local used bookshop, so we have volumes 7, 20, 22 and 23. I Want to Love You Till Your Dying Day Volume 5. This is published by Kodansha. This is a dystopian GL series, and it's one of my favorite GL at the moment. The romance has been quite minimal besides like with the side characters, but it's quite tragic as well, so you know, bear that in mind. This is also getting an anime, I think, later this year. I Can't Stand Being Your Childhood Friend Volume 1. This is published by Seven Seas, and it is a BL childhood friends to lovers with a college setting. Tokyo Aliens Volume 9. This is a sci-fi shonen series. I'm really enjoying it. I can't wait for the next volume. I love the art style. My Girlfriend's Not Here Today Volume 5. This is published by Seven Seas, and it is a high school GL. It is extremely messy. It's about cheating, but I don't know, I'm just here for the messy GL. The Otaku Love Connection. This is published by Square Enix, and I love it so much. It is a shoujo silly rom-com with a high school setting. It makes me laugh. It makes me happy. What more can I ask for? Star and Hedgehog. This is published by Tokyo Pop. This is a BL. College student heads home for the summer and falls for a gardener. Insomniacs After School Volume 11. This is published by Viz Media. This is a seinen slice of life romance. It is Like, so sweet, so sad. I haven't cried in like 2 volumes or something, so we're doing well. I normally cry like every volume. It's about 2 kids with insomnia who start an astronomy club. Stay by My Side After the Rain. This is published by 7 Seas. This is a BL romance about 2 men who reconnect after many years. They knew each other back in school, and when they run into each other, it turns out that they both had crushes on each other the whole time, so they quickly end up together. It's very slice of life, it's cute. Adabana Volume 1. This is published by Dark Horse Comics. This is a seinen psychological mystery crime drama. I enjoyed this, but I also didn't. Definitely check content warnings if you're thinking about picking this up, but it's complete in 3 volumes, so I'm definitely going to pick up the other 2 and see it through. Phantom Busters Volume 1. This is published by Viz Shonen Jump. It's a supernatural school life series about a group of exorcists. They each kind of bring to the table a different aspect for their kind of ghost busting team. I was so tired when I read this volume. I did really enjoy it, but I feel like I actually need to reread the volume before I read volume 2. Otaku Vampire Love Bite Volume 5. I love this series. It is published by Viz Shoujo Beat. It is a slice of life comedy romance. Firefly Wedding Volume 4. This is published by Viz Shoujo Beat. A romance with a historical setting, kind of like a psycho male lead and a really strong but sickly female lead. Exciting news is a anime adaptation was just announced. Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Volume 3. This is published by Viz Shonen Jump. Action adventure series that continues the story of Boruto Next Generations. And this was a fun volume. I'm really enjoying this series and excited to see where it's going to go. Last up for October, Run Wild Volume 3. This is a Danmei published by 7 Seas. It is a BL high school romance. I love this series and the romance really picked up in this volume. Excited for the next one. And now we're getting into the things I picked up in November. Peerless Volume 5. This is a Danmei published by 7 Seas. This is the final volume and I love this series so much. It is fun. It's got a historical setting. It's basically about these 2 guys who are the heads of their respective kind of secret service organizations. So one reports to the emperor and one reports to the empress. I love this series. It's funny. I highly recommend. The Moon on a Rainy Night Volume 7. This is published by Kodansha. This is a GL series about a girl who plays piano and a girl who is hearing impaired and used to play piano but is now getting into the idea of conducting. The art's really pretty. I really enjoyed this series, and Volume 8 is now available. Glasses with a Chance of Delinquent Volume 4. This is published by 7 Seas. It is a shoujo high school rom-com about an ex-delinquent and a good girl who has been bullied by delinquents in the past. It's so cute. It's so sweet. I really enjoy it. My Fluffy Moody Crush. This is published by Tokyo Pop and it is a BL one-shot. It's from the same creator as Fox and Hedgehog. I enjoyed this one way more. Thought it was just cuter. I preferred the characters. It's about a demi-human and a human. The demi-human is a half werewolf, half vampire, and the art's really pretty. I really enjoyed it. Classmates Home. This works out as Volume 7 in the 7 Seas release. The series started off as a high school romance and they have now gone through college, and I think in this volume they've now like finished college. I haven't read this one yet. The Summer Hikaru Died Volume 6. This is a seinen supernatural horror mystery with BL elements. The anime adaptation was so good. I reread the previous volumes as the anime was airing so I could kind of contrast and compare. I think they did a great job, but I definitely think the manga is stronger and you get that kind of eerie vibes come through like way more in the manga. This is a great volume. It was exciting and I am really looking forward to the next one. Gachikuta Volume 8. This is a dystopian supernatural action shonen series. The anime did an amazing job. Such a good adaptation. I also reread some of the volumes while the anime adaptation was airing. Volume 9 is available now. Monster and Ghost. This is published by Tokyo Pop. This is a BL with a high school setting about a delinquent kind of character and a ghost. I felt like it did not live up to the hype. The art's great, but yeah, I don't know. Looking forward to Volume 2 to see what the crack is. Sakamoto Days Volume 19. This is published by Viz Shonen Jump. It is an action adventure series all about assassins. And oh my god, this was a great volume. So full of action. Kagurabachi Volume 5. This is published by Viz Shonen Jump. It is a supernatural action series. I have yet to read this volume. I am not gravitating towards the series, although I have enjoyed every volume that I have read. I'm just not like drawn to picking it up over something else and reading it. I don't know what that means. I feel like the series will be a much better anime than it is a manga, and there's very few even action series that I feel that way about, JJK being the prime example. This is giving me that vibe. JJK Volume 28. This is published by Viz Shonen Jump, a supernatural action adventure series about exorcists. The battle continues. Again, I just prefer watching this as opposed to reading it. Only a couple more volumes to go for the English release. You and I Are Polar Opposites Volume 7. This is published by Viz Shonen Jump, high school school comedy romance. We already showed volume 6, so you know the score. Boys Abyss volume 11. This is a seinen kind of mystery series. It's quite dark, definitely check content warnings. I really enjoy it. It's kind of mad, it just really keeps my attention. I'm engaged and involved in the story. I want to know more. The Climber volume 3. This is published by Viz. This is a seinen sports series all about rock climbing. Ripples in the River volume 1. This is published by Seven Seas. It's a BL. I really liked this mangaka's GL, 5 Seconds Before the Witch Falls in Love, and this was okay. I think like an actual story about these characters could be great, but it was less enjoyable because of just like the nature of the formatting of it. Cupid Struck by Lightning by Mineta. I always enjoy anything that Mineta makes, and this is a reread for me. This is published by Seven Seas. It is a BL high school romance. It is about a guy who is usually the one like setting people up, like telling people like, oh, this is what this person likes, so that they can like go and talk to their crush. He ends up getting to know this guy and falls for him. DN Angel New Edition Volume 1. This is published by Yen Press, and I love DN Angel. It is a childhood favorite of mine. It is one of my very first mangas I ever read when I was younger, and I'm so excited it's getting this new edition because we never had the completed story in the original editions that were published by Tokyo Pop in the early 2000s. So I'm really excited to reread and to finally get to finish this series. This is a shoujo kind of like action fantasy romance. Director Akasaka's princely training course. I really enjoyed this. This was so cute and funny. This is a BL published by Kuma. It is an office romance. Very cute. A Man Who Defies the World of BL Volume 2. This is published by Sublime. It's about a character who has realized that he lives in a BL world. Every person around him is in their own like BL story, falling into all of typical and like overdone BL tropes. It's so funny. It's like kind of episodic. Thrice Married to a Salted Fish Volume 1. This is a Danmei published by Seven Seas, so it is a BL with a historical setting. A physician marries a sickly Marcus. I have yet to read this, but I'm really excited. I have heard great things. I've seen so many great recommendations for this, and I am excited to get into it. The Beauty's Blade. This is a ballet published by Seven Seas. I hope I'm saying that correctly. It is basically a Chinese GL novel, so the GL equivalent of a Danmei. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's about a woman who is the leader of their martial arts sect and the woman who's set to inherit it. Rivals to lovers vibes. It's the first ballet to be published in English, which is exciting, and it is a one-shot. Chojin X Volume 10. This is published by Viz Media. It is a seinen supernatural action series. It's all about these various groups of chojin who are like people with supernatural abilities. The art is absolutely amazing. All the covers go crazy. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this series. Deadlock Volume 1. This is published by Beloved Publishing. This is a BL novel, completed 4 volumes in its original release. Volume 2 from Beloved Publishing is now also available. It is basically a BL story about characters in prison. Afterglow. This is published by Seven Seas. It is a BL one-shot. It is about a yakuza and a doctor who has moved to a small town in order to kind of still work but take like a bit of a recuperation from his job because he is having like anxiety. The art's really nice. It's quite a straightforward story. I enjoyed it. Senpai is an Otoko Noku, My Cross-Dressing Classmate Volume 3. This is published by Kodansha. This is a josei slice of life comedy drama with a high school setting. It's like really emotional. I cried so much while watching the anime. I've been really enjoying rereading the volumes as they release physically because I did read the whole thing on Webtoon after the anime released. It is a full color manga and I definitely recommend checking it out. The Husky and His White Cat Shizune Volume 10. This is a Danmei published by Seven Seas. It is a historical fantasy BL. This volume completes the main story and gives us our first extra. There is one final volume to come out which is all extras, but I'm really looking forward to it. Whisper Me a Love Song Volume 10. I am showing a photo of this because I left this at my parents' house, so I brought it there to take photos. Anyway, this is published by Kodansha. It is a GL high school music romance. It is super sweet. I'm really enjoying it. There's cute side couples and everything. Next up, we have 3 things that I won in a giveaway. In October, I took part in the Manga Freakathon ran by Bizarre Individual and Marge Reed's Manga, and for taking part in that, I was entered into the giveaway draw and I won, which is mad to me because I live in Ireland, so usually I don't qualify for any type of giveaways that are usually just based in the US. So I was really happy to win something. So first up we have Dark Gathering, which is published by Viz Shonen Jump. I was meaning to watch the anime for this, so this is interesting. I'm excited to check it out. Haunted Bookstore Volume 1. I was actually planning to listen to the audiobook for the light novel version of this, which I probably still will do. This one's published by Seven Seas. And Shadow House Volume 1, which is published by Yen Press. I'm most excited to read this one because I have seen some good reviews for this. Under Ninja Volume 6, this is published by Denpa. It is a seinen action series about ninjas in the modern day. I have yet to start reading this series. I really enjoyed the anime when I watched it. Now I hear the manga is way better, and I have been waiting for the manga to catch up to where the anime was so that I could like binge the anime content, then getting into reading it as the manga releases. But having 6 volumes sitting here does make me think I should just get started on it. The art is absolutely outstanding. Chainsaw Man Volume 19. This is published by Viz Shonen Jump. It is a supernatural action adventure series. This was a great volume, and as always I'm excited for the next one. Happy Crappy Life Volume 1. This is published by Kuma. It is a BL, like absolutely wacky comedy, silly. Check content warnings for the love of God, please. It is just so good, so funny. I love it. It is definitely not everyone's cup of tea. Just be warned. It is about a guy who gets fired from his job. Well, not fired. He gets demoted from his job for nefarious activities with the boss's daughter, and he gets sent out to the sticks where he meets this other guy. They both have like really similar names. At this point in the story, they have moved back to Tokyo. Your man's getting kind of his old job back, and yeah, it's just great. I love them. I love them together. It's such a funny and silly and just wacky story. And if you haven't realized that about me now, if something doesn't have comedy, it's not gonna get me as well. Like there's some things that do, but for the most part I need comedy. No God in Eden Volume 2. This is published by Seven Seas. It is a BL Omegaverse story with a high school setting. It is basically about the origins of the Omegaverse. So if today the Omegaverse was to just begin. I'm really enjoying this series. This volume is a great continuation of Volume 1, and I'm looking forward to more. Alright, now we are finally getting into the things that I picked up in December. The majority of it is actually stuff that I got for my birthday and for Christmas. First up, the manga that I got for my birthday from my husband, starting with Clover Collector's Edition. This is published by Kodansha. Yatrin Bitch Club, volumes 1 to 5. Sailor Moon, box set 2. It includes volumes 7 to 10 of Sailor Moon and volumes 1 and 2 of Sailor V. For my birthday from my family, I got volumes 4 to 18 of Inuyasha. So here's volume 4, volume 5, volume 6, volume 7, volume 8, volume 9, volume 10, volume 11, volume 12, volume 13, volume 14, volume 15, volume 16, volume 17, and volume 18. And these are the Viz Big editions. Also, for my birthday from my family, I got Vinland Saga volumes 2 to 14. So this is volume 2, volume 3, volume 4, volume 5, volume 6, volume 7, volume 8, volume 9, volume 10, volume 11, volume 12, volume 13, and volume 14. These are published by Kodansha. There's also the deluxe versions available, but these are the more colourful, smaller hardcovers, which I prefer. And now we've got some things that I picked up for myself. So Finder volumes 1 to 7, as well as 12 and 13. I basically had 8 to 11 that I picked up used earlier in the year, maybe last year, I'm not sure. This is published by Sublime. It is a BL about a photographer who stalks-ish, I think, a crime lord. I have never read this, but I am excited to. Next up is a bunch of Danmei that I picked up from Atom Comics. So pretty much everything else that I have shown in the haul has been from Sci-Fire. You can use my code PX4Manga for 5% off Sci-Fire anytime. But these are from Atom Comics. So Rosme and Vialasti are 2 Danmei publishers that are harder to find. If you are based outside of the US or Canada, Atom Comics is a great option for you to find these. If you are in the US or Canada, I think directly from the publishers or from Yigi Bean and possibly a few other places, you can find them there. But I get mine on Atom Comics, so it's atomcomics.pl if you're looking for it. The site is in Polish, so I just use the translate function in browser. First up from Rosme, we have Drowning Sorrows in Raging Fire. This is by Priest. This is volume 2. I have yet to start reading this, but I'm looking forward to. There is also a Donghua adaptation for this. Also from Rosme, we have Kaleidoscope of Death volume 2. This is in Unlimited Flow type Danmei. I have yet to start reading this. And last from Rosme, Don't You Like Me volume 2. This is complete at 2 volumes. This is like a supernatural story where your man is seeing ghosts. I'm excited to read it. I've been waiting to read volume 1 until volume 2 came out, so I hope to read this soon enough. And then from Vialasti, we have To Rule in a Turbulent World volumes 2 and 3. This is a historical Danmei. Also from Vialasti, Killing Show volume 1. This is a modern story. And last up we have Falling, which is another modern one. Mistakenly Saving the Villain volume 1. This is a Danmei published by Seven Seas. Historical fantasy setting. I believe this is an isekai. I'm really excited to read this. It is quite small. Spacewalking with You volume 2. This This is published by Kodansha. This is a josei slice of life series with a high school setting focusing on two neurodivergent kids. I really enjoyed this series. It has some great depictions of what it feels like to have things like sensory overload. Undead Unluck volumes 19 and 20. This is published by Viz Shonen Jump. I absolutely adored the anime. I cannot wait for more of it to come out, and I had to start picking up the manga, but I have yet to read it because it is complete in Japanese and we're only a couple of volumes away from it being complete in English. I think volume 22 just came out. It is a supernatural action adventure series. Sasuke's Story, The Uchiha and the Heavenly Stardust, the manga version. So this is the manga adaptation of the light novel, and this has actually been adapted into the Boruto anime. And Dear Demon King, again I am showing the photo instead of the physical volume because I left it at my parents' house because I was taking photos. This is published by Tokyo Pop. It is a fantasy BL one-shot about a griffin and the Demon King. My Noons and Midnights Are For You, Volume 1. This is published by Tokyo Pop. It is a BL series about a streamer and his manager. It is very cute. I really enjoy it. Can't wait for Volume 2. The Guy She Was Interested In Wasn't a Guy at All, Volume 3. This is published by Yen Press. This is a GL high school music romance. I love this series so much. It is so cute. I love the art. I love the pops of green in the background, and I love the characters. It's just a dream, right? This is published by Seven Seas, and it is a manhwa, so we have full color pages. I have read this whole series digitally. It is one of my new favorite manhwas. I love the characters so much. I love the art. It is like a fantasy romance of the modern setting. It is so fun. Basically, this guy is like a shaman who can enter dreams and help people who are having all these like recurring nightmares, and he needs like an assistant to help him. He kind of gets some interesting side effects from going into these dreams, and yeah, your man helps him out. Fox and Puppy. This is published by Tokyo Pop. This is the same creator as Star and Hedgehog and My Fluffy Moody Crush. This is actually a spin-off of Star and Hedgehog with different characters. I have yet to read this one, but I'm looking forward to it. Ballad of Sword and Wine Volume 6. This is a Danmei published by Seven Seas. It's like a historical kind of a palace drama BL. I love this series. The characters just have amazing chemistry. They are so sweet together. They are so freaking in love, but they are just so smart and strategic. They're waging war. They're taking over kingdoms. It is amazing. And now we have a bunch of stuff that I picked up used on Sci-Fi in December, starting with A Hero in the Demon's Castle. This is published by Kuma. It is a BL about a demon lord who thinks that this hero has come to vanquish him, but instead he wants to live in his house. Devils and Realist Volume 1. This is published by Seven Seas. It is a josei like fantasy comedy school life fantasy historical. I have not read this yet. I have not watched the anime. I've been meaning to watch the anime. I still may watch the anime before I start this. I'm not sure, but it came highly recommended by one of my post partners on Instagram, so I wanted to check it out. And some more Black Butler. We have volumes 5 and 6. I'm just picking up Black Butler whenever I see it used, but I do think I'm going to make it one of the things that I try to finish collecting this year, but we'll see. I do like to try and stick to collecting something used once I start it. It's kind of like a journey. It's just like a fun collectory thing to do, you know. Black Cat Volume 3. So I now have Black Cats Volume 1 to 6. I think there's 18 volumes total. This is a shonen series published by Viz. The volumes are very hard to find, so I'm enjoying picking them up as I find them. Oh Seven Ghost Volumes 1 and 2. This is published by Viz. This is complete at 17 volumes, and there is an anime adaptation, but I don't think it like completes the story or anything. I haven't watched it yet myself. This is a josei fantasy action military series. Again, it came recommended from a manga friend, so I'm interested to check it out. Great Priest Imhop. I'm not sure if it's Imhop or Imhop, but again, this series came highly recommended from one of my post partners on Instagram, and I do love a mythology, like Egyptian mythology based story, so I'm interested to check it out. And then here's what I got for Christmas from my husband. Hunter x Hunter volumes 1 to 37. I'm not going to go through all the volumes. This video is long enough, and I did just post a short recently where I show all of the volumes for that. Volume 38 also recently released. This is published by Viz Shonen Jump, and it is an action adventure series. I loved the anime. I watched it in 2024 for the first time, and I was obsessed, and I knew I needed to pick up the manga so I could read it but also continue the story. So I'm excited to get to this. So that's everything that I personally purchased in December, but I did get gifted quite a few things from publishers and authors, so I'm going to go through those now. So first up, Inklore sent me a bunch of their new and upcoming releases. We have the Heaven Official's Blessing manhwa. This is a hardcover edition. It's absolutely stunning. There is also sprayed edges. It's just gorgeous, but most importantly, the artwork of this manhwa is absolutely stunning. I've read all of the novels. It is a great series, and I'm really excited that we are getting this manhwa in physical print. I decided to hold off reading this digitally for so long because I just knew that somebody would pick this up for print, and Inklore has done an amazing job. Volume 2 of one of my favorite manhwa, King's Maker. It's just so stunning the way they have done the gold foil for these. I'm just so happy to get this. The Knight and Her Emperor. This looks fun. It is a fantasy drama romance. I'm excited to read this. The Broken Ring, This Marriage Will Fail Anyway, Volume 2. I've heard great things about this series. It is a fantasy romance, like a second chance rebirth type story. I have not read Volume 1, so I'm going to need to check that out so that I can get into this one, but I'm excited. And last from the things I was sent from Inklore, The Makeup Remover Volume 1. This looks so cute. This is a romance. It's about a college student who feels like she's really plain and a makeup artist who wants her to be his model. I'm excited to get into it, and thank you so much Inklore for sending me these early to check out. Next up we have a couple of volumes that Panini Comics sent me, starting with Disney Once Upon a Dream, A Twisted Tale Volume 2. I previously checked out one of their other Twisted Tales, A Tale as Old as Time. These are Disney retellings. So this one is a Sleeping Beauty retelling. What if Sleeping Beauty never woke up? This looks really good. The art's great. I'm excited to check it out. And Kingdom Hearts Volume 2. I love Kingdom Hearts, so this is so nostalgic and cute. The Daily Life of a Middle-Aged Online Shopper in Another World. This is an isekai. This is Volume 3. I have not checked out the other volumes in this series, so I'll have to look into those. Our Dating Story, The Experienced You and the Inexperienced Me. This is the manga adaptation of the original light novel. I believe the previous title was also a manga adaptation of a light novel, but this one I'd actually heard of the light novel. There's also an anime adaptation for this. I have not checked it out, and I have not read the previous volumes in this series. This is Volume 7, but it looks really sweet, so I'll definitely be checking it out. And last up, the one that I was most excited about, Teogona. I've already watched the anime for this, and I enjoyed it, so I was interested to check out the manga. I believe this is also the manga adaptation of the original light novel. And the final thing that I was gifted, and the final thing for this haul, is I Met Shiro in a Hidden World Volume 1. This was something that was published via Kickstarter, and the author kindly sent this to me to check out. It was very cute, and I wish them luck with their publishing. So that's it for my end of 2025 haul, everything I got in October, November and December. Let me know some of your favorite pickups from 2025 in the comments. If you're interested in picking up what you saw here, you can find the majority of it on Sci-Fire. Use my code PX4Manga for 5% off any order. Thank you so much for watching, subscribe for more, and I will see you next time.